Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. Back in July I made a strawberry cream cheese pound cake that was circulating Facebook. This cake is not how I normally do my pound cakes. I've done plenty of pound cakes before, but I just figured I'd try something different, and it did not turn out like I wanted it to turn out. So I was pretty unsure if I wanted to upload this video, but I decided, hey, you might as well show the good, the bad, and the ugly. I am going to go ahead and upload this, but at the end I'm going to tell you what I might do differently if I decide to make this pound cake in the future. So if you want to see how I came up with this strawberry cream cheese pound cake and what I would do different, stay tuned guys, and please stay tuned for the end for the tips that I would do to change this pound cake disaster.
Hello guys, I felt like some strawberry shortcake because I haven't made them in a very long time, and I saw this recipe for a strawberry cream cheese pound cake online, and I decided to do a cooking video. I have done regular pound cakes before, but never used Kool-Aid, strawberry Kool-Aid inside of the pound cake to turn it red or pinkish color and give it strawberry flavor. So I decided, hey, I could do that and then put some fresh strawberries on top of it with whipped cream and maybe have a kind of shortcake, a strawberry shortcake pound cake. So the ingredients that I'm using today, this is 3 cups of all-purpose white lily flour in this bowl, 2 packets of strawberry Kool-Aid. This is my first time doing this pound cake, so we'll see. This is going to be a lesson for me, just like it's a lesson for y'all. We'll see what it comes out like. My dad got these eggs from his hen house, and they're kind of small, so the recipe calls for 6. I'm using 8 because those are kind of small. 2 sticks of unsalted butter, a packet of cream cheese, 1/3 cup of sour cream, and it calls for 1.5 teaspoons, I believe, of vanilla extract. 1.5 teaspoons of pure vanilla extract, but it does not look like I'm going to make it, so I got the lemon extract out just in case. 1/8 of a teaspoon of salt, and I'm using kosher salt, and it calls for 3 cups of granulated white sugar, but I think I'm only going to use about 2 cups because I'm using the fresh strawberries on top, and my kids always complain that pound cakes are too sweet when I use the normal 3 cups of sugar. So I'm going to cut back on some of the sugar. The first thing that I'm going to do is I've already floured my bundt pan and put a little oil in the bottom of that. The first thing I'm going to do is beat my cream cheese and butter together on low speed with my hand mixer because I don't feel like getting that stand mixer out. So that's what I'm going to do now. I'm going to put my butter in this bowl, and that's just, in that bowl is some flour in there. I had the flour in there, but I changed my mind and took it out because I knew I had to do the butter and cream cheese first. There's the cream cheese going in. Okay, I'm going to cream these 2 together. Okay, the recipe calls for 3 cups of sugar, but I don't think I'm going to use but 2 for this recipe, so I'm going to put, that's 1 cup of sugar, and that's 2 cups of sugar, and I'm going to blend this. Okay, now we have to add the eggs one at a time, and because my dad got these from his hen house, I have to check them and make sure that I don't get a bad egg, because sometimes you do. So I'm going to crack it in this bowl first just to make sure it's good, and then I'm going to add it to my mixture one at a time and blend. All the eggs have been added, and I'm just stirring around in the bowl to make sure there's not any sugar in the bottom. I didn't quite make a full teaspoon of vanilla, so I'm going to finish filling it up with lemon extract because that's all I have left and I don't want to go to the store. So it calls for a teaspoon and a half, so that's a teaspoon. No, this is a half. That wasn't a half teaspoon. Fill that up. And then you add the Kool-Aid in this at this step. And I forgot to mention that all the eggs and cream cheese, butter, and sour cream, all that should be room temperature. Here's the packet of Kool-Aid. The strawberry Kool-Aid going in. Need 2 packets, and that's the unsweetened kind, not the sweet kind. Find it at Walmart or Kroger or your local grocery stores. Now I'm going to blend this in. This is what's going to give it that really rich strawberry color and flavor. I'm just using my spatula right now, but I could turn on the mixer, but I don't feel like it. So as you see, it's turning really deep red or pinkish color. It's not showing up real well on stream, but it's really red. Here's my 1/3 cup of sour cream. I'm going to get that out and put that in there. And I think I am going to use the mixer to do this step. Now I'm adding in my flour. I'm going to just do a little bit at a time and mix. And here is 1/8 of a teaspoon of kosher salt going in there too. Okay, I have finished mixing it and it's real creamy. And right here is my bundt pan. I have flour and some Crisco oil in it. I'm going to spray it with a little bit of this Pam spray because this pan likes to stick for some reason or another. And in the pan it goes. And this is going to bake in a 325-degree oven for an hour and 30 minutes, or just until a toothpick comes out clean. So ovens vary, so you're going to need to adjust your times according to how your oven cooks. But I'll show you when I check on it. I'm going to shake it and make sure it's even and hit it on the counter like that, just to knock some of those air bubbles out. And in the oven, I'm going to put mine on the lower rake just for the first hour. Then I'm going to take it out and put it up there because my oven kind of cooks fast. Okay, the cake has been going about an hour and 20 minutes. After the hour, I took it from off of that bottom shelf and put it up on the top for the 20 minutes. And as you can see, it is pretty much ready. There it is. I already stuck a toothpick in, but I'll do it again so you can see. See, it comes off clean. When it comes off clean, you know it's ready. So ovens vary, so you'll just have to check your oven's time, keep checking on it and see if it's ready. My oven cooks a little fast and it's only on 325 like the recipe says. The recipe calls for an hour and 40 minutes, but I didn't have to use the whole time. In this bowl I have some strawberries. I'm going to cut the stems off the top. I also have this glaze I'm going to mix a little this glaze and a little bit of sugar together and put my strawberries in them. Once I slice them up, I'm going to put my strawberries in this glaze with sugar and let them sit, because that's going on top of each slice of pound cake. I have sliced up some of these strawberries and I put these back because I didn't use these. I don't know how much I'm going to end up using, but here is this glaze. I'm going to scoop a little bit of that out and put it on these berries. Stir it around on them, and then I'm going to put a little bit of sugar, regular white sugar, on them and sit them in the fridge. This is going to be our topping to go on our cake. And I'm not measuring, so can't tell you how much I'm using. Just use it according to your taste. And there's a little sugar going on it. And just mix it up. And I'm going to sit this in the fridge, and I'll come back when the cake is cooled and I'm ready to put it together. I'm going to go ahead and do the rest of these strawberries that are left, because the kids just tasted this and they said it tastes good, so I might as well do all of them. Okay, this is all of them cut up, so you see the bowl is full. It's full all the way to the top this time, and you see somebody sampling them now, so I went ahead and did them all. Here is the finished cake. It's cooling on this cooling rack. If you're on a diet, this is not the cake for you, because it looks like it's heavy and I know it's full of calories. Now I'm going to cut a piece of this cake. It's not all the way cool yet, but I'm going to cut it anyway. And I know I shouldn't be using that big knife, but that's okay. Little strawberries on top. Put a little whipped cream on top. And there you go. Thanks for watching. Remember to comment, like, subscribe, and share. And it does have a very tart kind of flavor from the Kool-Aid. So if you don't like that, then you might not want to use the Kool-Aid in there. Thanks for watching. Bye.
That soul food cooking. I like the way you making everything you look. It's looking real good. Lola, this what's up. Holla at your boy when it's time for supper. I'm trying to eat good. I'm trying to eat right. I love the way Lola make everything right. I say I'm trying to eat good, man. I'm trying to eat right. I love the way Lola be making that thing tight. I love that cookie. That soul food cookie. I like the way you making everything.
Okay, now that you have seen the cake and seen how it turned out, the recipe and all, I'm going to give you some tips that I probably would use if I were to attempt this recipe again. First of all, I don't like how they use all of their wet and dry ingredients. They put them together. I usually separate mine. I use the dry and the wet. I use the flour and my wet, and I start with the flour and I alternate flour, wet, and I end with flour. That's what I would do this time. And what I would use for wet, I would use 1/3 cup of buttermilk, and I would use what they had. I would use the cream cheese and the sour cream and blend it all up in a bowl, a separate bowl. And I would start with my flour, alternate in my mixture, and end with the flour. That's what I would do to keep it from looking so dense like it was. It was not raw in the middle, it just looked a little heavy. And the original recipe picture looked the same way, so maybe it's the way they did that, because I've never had a pound cake to look that way. Secondly, I would use the whole 3 cups of sugar, because it had a very tangy flavor, and I think it's because of the Kool-Aid. And I also would not use both packs of Kool-Aid. I would only use one package of Kool-Aid and maybe a half a package. It depends on the coloring when I'm pouring it. I would just pour and pour until I get the desired color and flavor and stop. So maybe that's something you can try also. So thank you guys for watching this video. It didn't turn out all that bad. It just was tangy. My mother liked it. She just said it could have used more sugar. So that's an idea for me to do next time. Thank y'all for watching. See y'all again here on my channel next time. And give me a thumbs up and leave me a comment. Bye.